Good morning, everyone. Today is August 31st, the last day of August. I can't believe we're going into September already. And Connie Canatano here with Get Healthy and Fit with Connie. As you've been following my video blog, hopefully, you know today is day 3 of my P90X3 experience. And today we did yoga, which was awesome. And it's called X3 yoga. So X3 yoga compresses thousands of years of teaching into 30-minute intense minutes. Improves muscular, skeletal flexibility, balance, stamina, body awareness, and core strength. And trust me when I tell you that I was definitely more flexible today than I've been. I pushed myself to the limits. Today I used the yoga boxes, and I found that was helpful because it took my hands off the floor just far enough that I didn't feel like I was really straining myself, and I felt like I got a better stretch. I've been having a lot of issues with my left sciatic nerve, and I guess it was back in April or May, I almost couldn't walk. So I had to go to physical therapy. They got me back in shape, massaged everything out. In about 6 weeks, I was back to working out again. So I really try to take it easy to a certain degree, but then I also push myself to push through the pain and strengthen that sciatic nerve and stretch the IT band, which is a critical part of your leg area. Also the hip flexors. One of the most important things that my physical therapist told me was to make sure that when I do my lunges and my squats, that I understand where my limits are and don't push myself past my limits. What he thought I did was actually slip the S1 joint, and when you do that, the piriformis muscle gets pulled in your butt, and then that lays on top of your sciatic nerve and pinches that, and oh my God, I could barely walk. So I don't ever want to do that again. So yoga is super important. And P90X3 so far, the first day was probably the hardest, but the best. I really enjoyed it. It's fast-paced. Tony Horton is absolutely hilarious. And he keeps the pace going. He doesn't do instruction and then do the exercise, so you don't lose momentum. He does the instruction during the exercise, so I really enjoy that. The first time around, it gets a little nerve-wracking because you're like, which way am I going? Am I going left? Am I going right? But I think after you do it for 90 days or even a couple weeks, just like human habit, you'll get used to it. So I'm super excited to see what the workout is for tomorrow. My eating today so far, I've had 3 eggs this morning. I had some cottage cheese this morning as well, and I drank my Energize before I worked out. I've been on a schedule of getting up. The alarm goes off at 4. I get up about 4:30. Try to start working out at 5, finish by 6. It is 6:30 in the morning this morning on Wednesday. I'm an accountant, so I've got a big day ahead of me. My father's in the hospital. I have to go see him for about an hour. So the most important message I have for you today is plan. Because if you don't plan, you'll never get anywhere. I've done that for way too many years. My biggest challenge in life has always been discipline. And it's always been really doing the easy things first. I never tackled the hard things ever first. I always waited to the end. And then I found myself procrastinating and pushing it far to the end of the deadline and accomplishing my goal, accomplishing my task, okay? But really doing it to the 10th degree to my health, my sanity. And the older I get, the more I realize that planning, discipline, and just sticking with your goal, right, is critical. So Beachbody has been a platform for me to really springboard me into getting my life organized, I guess, as you would say. I thought I had it organized, but I'm 48 and I realized, you know what, I'm really not going anywhere that I wanted to go. I really want more out of life. I really want to help people. I've always wanted to help people. So I switched gears last year, and I started really trying to focus on myself, my health, my eating, and building a Beachbody business. And we start that with Getting Healthy and Fit with Connie. I am no coach. You know, everybody says coach this and coach that. I struggle with that word because I have a hard time even coaching myself. So I really don't necessarily know if I want to call myself a coach, more of a mentor, more of somebody that you can follow and who has her own daily struggles, goes through life every day, getting up every morning and redoing, and going to bed at night being happy with what I did succeed at. Whether it was the smallest thing or the largest thing, it doesn't matter. But I want to leave you with this. I've been listen to audiobooks. I don't read books. Unfortunately, I don't really care for reading, so I listen to audiobooks on the drive to work since I have a 45-minute drive. But I've been listening to Eat That Frog. Okay, and it is really a great book. And I got to be honest with you, you know, we've heard it all the time. You know, we get it. You know, people tell us all the time, you know, get up and get working, get doing it, you know. And I think we get stuck with our own head chatter in our own way. And a lot of us tend to do the easy things first. I listened to an audio book many years ago called Getting Things Done. And he would tell you to do the small things first. You win, you get accomplishments, you feel good about yourself. But if you take that to the farthest degree, you spend your entire day doing little things. And in this book, Eat That Frog, those little things are immaterial in your life. You feel good about them, you get excited about them, you feel like you're accomplishing something. You feel like it. But by the time the end of the day comes, all of a sudden, you've got all these big tasks on your plate and you feel like you haven't done anything. Then you go to bed, you feel like a failure, and you wake up the next morning and you don't feel like dealing with it again. And it's this big vicious circle. I've been there, done that. So, you know, basically Mark Twain said that if the first thing you do each morning is to eat a live frog, you can go through the day with the satisfaction of knowing that this is probably the worst thing that is going to happen to you all day long. Your frog is your biggest, most important task, the one you are most likely to procrastinate on if you don't do something about it. So let's think about that in the text of working out. If your frog, right, if your worst thing is working out, do it first thing in the morning. Get it out of the way. Boy, it makes me feel fabulous when I work out for my 30 minutes and it's done. I don't have to think about it again. However, what do? I get in the car, I go to work, and I do the little things first. So, effective immediately, now that I've listened to some personal development and listened to this book, I'm going to switch my gears and start working on the larger tasks at hand. Let's see what else he says. The key to reaching high levels of performance and productivity is to develop the lifelong habit of tackling your major task first thing in the morning. Eat the frog. Get rid of the tadpoles. Take immediate action, right? Develop positive addictions. Don't take shortcuts. We do this all the time because we feel like we don't have the time. So I leave this with you today is my message for day 3 of P90X is that you go out there, find that task that you absolutely cannot stand, whether it's eating Brussels sprouts, working out in the morning, doing a project at work that you absolutely cannot even fathom that it'll ever get done, talking to somebody that you wouldn't normally speak to, right? Smile at somebody. Apologize to somebody for something that you really don't feel like you need to apologize for, but maybe it'll make the relationship better. Just go out there and eat that frog. Thanks, guys. Thanks for spending day 3 with me, and we'll see you tomorrow on day 4. Bye, guys.